This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Is always in the center of controversy. And here in the NWA, where you have the greatest wrestlers in the world, stands one entity, and it lies the Legion of Doom. We're in there against the Russians. Russians, we have one thing. You know, in this country, we don't begrudge anybody their opinions. The only thing, Russians, your opinions are worthless because you back them up by cowardly acts. All the people know it. All the people have seen it. And your day of reckoning is coming. Now, Jimmy Cornette, Midnight Express, a great team. Like I said, the NWA has the best. Well, Jimmy Cornette, when faced with an inferior product, you're helpless. You're like all the king's horses and all the king's men. You couldn't put it back together again. The Legion of Doom wants you, Jimmy Cornette. And we want to be the #1 team in all of wrestling. And Jim Crockett Promotions will provide that because today is our day.
And that's all in the Superdome. Let's go to the ring.
Well. So anyway, I was on the podcast, a couple of things to unpack here. On the podcast, I was asked who is of the years I worked, who I thought was the most underrated and wrestler that probably should have gotten a push and never did. And I thought for just a second, and then I said Pistol Pez Watley.
Oh,
which you and I talked about that. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think there's any question about that. And another thing about the term professional wrestling. So I'm working for Jim Crockett Promotions, and they get out here, and Ric Flair says it, and Dusty says it, and Paul Ellering said it right there. We're the best tag team in all of professional wrestling. The NWA has the best wrestlers in all of professional wrestling. We try to encompass everything. And then I get to the WWF, now WWE, and I'm told, and I think Bruce told me this for sure, we do not say professional wrestling.
Right.
Say WWF. In other words, you were the best in the WWF. In other words, we ignore everybody else because when the best, and I understood that. And I remember, I remember when I went back to WCW trying to, as a producer, which I really wasn't, I tried to instill that in some people. Say you're the best in World Championship Wrestling. Well, that was always ingrained in people, so it was hard to do. But now, fast forward to 2021 and 2020 and 2019, when in AEW we say professional wrestling, we really mean it because, as you know, we try to encompass everybody who's wrestling independently and, wrestling all over the world. That's why Tony has, struck this deal with Impact and New Japan, because we try to encompass everybody else. So now here in 2021, when we say professional wrestling, I think it's it's pretty much legit. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, that's a nice point, and I appreciate it.
George, I do appreciate that we have not ignored independent wrestling, because it became such with the internet and everything. It became such smaller pockets, nothing really major. It became such a big thing, and it goes back to All In, right?
Yeah.
So, and buddy, I really appreciate it. I didn't for a long period of time, but I do now. And I think obviously, the Young Bucks and Kenny, Cody, and those guys who worked in the independents for a while, especially in Ring of Honor, have a lot to do with that. How about this? Jimmy Valiant, he got a couple of, now this is George South, a couple of shoulder blocks, and Jimmy gives him like a front face lock or
You said Valiant, but you mean Garvin.
Jimmy Garvin, yeah, gives him a front face lock or a chancery, almost as if to say, fuck it, we're not doing anything else. See that?
By the way, speaking of not doing anything else, you're not going to do anything else when you look at that picture I just sent you just now.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, an out of context Wahoo headdress, it'll crack you up.
Not only that, the expression.
You realize you got me doing some bullshit over here.
Yeah, and it's also, If I ever see you again, I'm going to chop your ass like you did. Oh, God, that is tremendous. Oh, man. Wow. Well, man, if I ever get Lois out of the house, get her over there, put that headdress on. Whew. Be the highlight of my life. Somewhat.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.